who were invited but are not here as of this moment.
Mr. Chair, if I may continue about the officers of the Public Works. Those who are not here but who were invited are Regional Director Gerard Opulencia, OIC Regional Director, National Capital Region.
I think he is there. Somebody signaling.
Okay, thank you. Engineer J.P. Mendoza, Chief Construction Division, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office.
Is he here? Maybe those who are here present, maybe they can sit down in front of us, I mean, in the gallery. Sa VIP gallery. Dun, yun mga wala namang business dyan sa gallery, tumayo na lumipat sa'yo. Ibang upuan.
Mr. Juanito Mendoza, Accountant 3, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office.
Is he here? Where is Mr. Juanito? Ano apelyido?
Juanito Mendoza and G.P. Mendoza, Your Honor.
Is Mr. Juanito Mendoza present?
Let me acknowledge the presence of Senator J.B. Ejercito.
Who else, Mr. Secretary?
That is all, Mr. Chair. Number 18, Bryce Hernandez is here, Your Honor. Engineer Bryce Erickson Hernandez.
Where is he?
Oh, wala. He's not yet here. I'm sorry.
Where is Mr. Hernandez?
He's former Assistant District Engineer, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office.
Okay. If he's not here until 10 o'clock, we issue warrant of arrest.
To observe proper procedures, we have to complement the original motion to hold these persons invited but did not care to present themselves today. They should be all cited in contempt.
Yeah.
Preparatory to the issuance of a warrant of arrest for purposes of procedures.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for correcting me on that. May we know, Mr. Chair, who are these people who were invited yet failed to show up again despite the subpoena issued by the Office of the Senate President, Mr. Chair? Can we ask the Secretary?
Your Honor, if I may proceed. A subpoena was served on Maria Roma Angeline Rimando, owner-manager of St. Timothy Construction Corporation, August 22, 2025. She is not here. Number one. Number two, a subpoena against Yumir Villanueva, President, Top Notch Catalyst Builders. A subpoena was served also on August 22nd. Mr. Lawrence Lubiano, President, Centerways Construction and Development Corporation. Already? Okay. Sorry, so that's two. Aderma Angeli Alcazar, President, CEO, SunWest. A subpoena was served. But she's already here. Okay, thank you. Mr. Edgar Acosta is not here, but he is represented by Mr. Edsel Marbella, Hightone Construction and Development Corporation. And then Mr. Mark Alan Arevalo, Wawaw Builders, is, I think, already here. No?
Mr. Chair.
Sir?
Thank you. If the motion of Senator Tolpo was recalled, then may I move to cite in contempt all these absent invitees so that warrants can be issued against them, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Second the motion.
So There's a motion, it has been seconded that all persons invited and properly served with subpoena but did not appear in today's hearing are all cited in contempt in preparation for the eventual issuance of a warrant of arrest.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Ulitin lang po namin dun sa mga in-invite natin na mga contractors belonging to the initial 15. Yung iba nga po ngayon, hanggang ngayon ay nagmamatigas pa na ayaw pumunta rito. Para po maipakita namin ang kaseryosohan ng pagdinig na ito. Gusto nga namin i-accommodate kayo para sa ganon, matukoy natin talaga kung sino talaga ang mas malaki ang pananagutan sa napakalaking pinsala na nagawa ng pagbaha sa ating bansa sapagkat hindi naman talaga nagawa ang mga projects ang ayon sa dapat mangyari. Yung mga projects dapat maproteksyonan ng communities, ngunit ang nangyari, kabaligtaran. Kanina po, binabanggit ko na marami na kaming kinausap na mga ehensya ng ating pamahalaan. Yung AMLAC po nakahanda sangayon sa due process na hinihingi na ngayon ay kanilang pinatutupad na, kayo po'y kanilang tinutugay-gayan na mapipris po ang inyong mga assets. Nag-call na rin po kami ng outlook sa immigration. Sa mga kapatid, lahat po ng maahensang dapat nakausapin nandyan na. Ang pick-up, nakahanda po kayong iparibok lahat ang mga lisensya sa sandaling mapatunayan natin. Ang DPWH may karapatang mag-blacklist yan sa ilalim ng kanilang pamamahala. Pwede po namin sigurong sabihin na makipagtulungan na kayo. Sa tingin namin, kayo naman ang hindi most guilty. So siguro pwede nating pag-usapan na sa ngayon, iniisip namin, baka para lang maingganyo kayo makipag-cooperate. Sabihin na natin, wala mo ng criminal prosecution. Kasi po, plunder lahat ang lalabas nito. Bilyon-bilyong piso po ito. Kaya kung sakali po na kayo ay ma-prosecute, puro plunder po ito. Alam namin na mabigat ito. Inaasahan nyo ba na kayo lang ang magdudusa dito? Na kung magturo kayo halimbawa ng mas may malalaking pananagutan dito, sino sa DPWH ang may kagagawa nito? Ituro po ninyo. Sino po sa mga funders, sino po mga politiko na may kagagawa nito? Ituro po ninyo. Kayo ang magiging liability nyo lang, siguro civil damages. Kung papayag kayo, you indemnify the government. Ibalik nyo yung pera na nawala. Patulong kayo sa mga insurance companies na nag-post ng mga bonds para hindi kayo masyadong masaktan. Kung matutukoy pa ninyo kung sino-sino yung mga yan, sa tulong ng Insurance Commission. Ibig ko sabihin, para hindi kayo ang magigitin lang ng leeg, magturo na kayo. Yan po yung gusto namin mangyari rito. Bagamat meron pong nagbigay na ng mga feelers, ngunit hindi namin alam kung paano namin kayo matutulungan hanggat hindi po kayo magsasabi talaga. Meron po talagang sumulat sa amin na nagsasabi na gusto na nilang magtapat, ngunit ang sabi nila, nanganganib po ang buhay namin at ang buhay ng aming pamilya. So kayo po ang magdesisyon diyan. So let's proceed. Sino po ang gustong makapagtanong?
Before that, Mr. Chair, I would like to request the COMSEC to administer the oath to all resource persons present here today.
May I proceed, Mr. Chair? To all those who are here for the first time, kindly stand and raise your right hand. Stand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Thank you. For the record, everyone said yes, Your Honor.
The minority there may want to... ikaw na, ikaw muna.
With the permission of the chairman and, of course, our President Pro Tem, I'm very much concerned about the legislation that we can come up here, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. There has been a brewing controversy, not only with the DPWH, but also with the attached agency under the DTI, particularly PICAB, which was created by Republic Act 4566 in 1965. As a matter of fact, in that Republic Act, the 3 board members of PICAB should be submitted to the Commission on Appointments, which they have never done. It was amended by PD 1746 in 1980, but I think it's about time we amend this, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. Right now, the PICAB, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, is under the CIAP, the Construction Industry Authority of the Philippines, which is an attached agency to the DTI. Palagi ko, after this series of questions that I would like to propose, Mr. Chairman, we would be able to come up with a law or an amendment to 4566 so that we may streamline these issuances of licenses and the like as far as contractors are concerned. So with your permission, may I proceed now?
Proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, the Alpha and Omega Construction and the St. Timothy Constructions were included in the top 15 flood control contractor list by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. On the SEC papers, ibang owners and composition of the company, but in actuality, alam naman na lahat na iisa lang ang may-ari nito. Alpha and Omega, St. Matthew, St. Timothy, and St. Gerard Construction Corporations were registered in the SEC and PICAB with different addresses, but all in Pasig City. However, in the 2022 case of St. Timothy et al. Versus the BIR, with CTA case number 10472, iisa lang ang address nilang lahat. Number 35 Tatco Compound, Jacinto Street, Malinaw, Pasig City. Now, my question for PICAB is this. For PICAB and the SEC, do you agree that there is material misrepresentation? Saan sila hahabulin ko iba-ibang ginagamit na address?
Mr. Chair, may I request my Executive Director to answer? Attorney.
What is the name of the person who will reply to the query of Senator Soto?
Your Honor, is Attorney Herbert Matienzo, the Executive Director of the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board.
You are the chairman. You cannot answer for that. Engineer Daca, you come in with very strong credentials. As a matter of fact, friends of mine have been calling me, telling me that you are a man of honesty and integrity. Why are you pointing to your executive director?
Our Executive Director runs the day-to-day activities of PICAB, Your Honor.
Was he administered the oath? Not yet. Mr. Chairman, may we ask that the person that Engineer Daca would like to answer be administered the oath?
Before we continue, Senator Soto, let me just acknowledge the presence of Senator Risa Ontiveros and Senator
Morning,
Annie
Chair.
Marcos.
Where is he? Administer mo na.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole
So the question, Mr. Chairman, there is material misrepresentation, is it not? Saan sila hahabulin kung iba-iba ginagamit nilang address?
Good morning, sir. I would like just to confirm, sir, that we are unaware of the CTA case filed by St. Timothy in the Court of Tax Appeals. In that regard, sir, we will check onto this, sir, and verify po the address that was in our database. But considering, sir, that the address that was given to us remains to be there, sir, then...
You are allowed to sit down, please.
Morning, sir. Herbert Matienzo po, Executive Director of the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board. With regard to the case po filed with the CTA, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board is unaware of the filing of the case po of St. Timothy against the BIR. But then again, sir, we will look into that case, check the addresses po given, and in case there is a misrepresentation, sir, then the PCAB has following the rules on license contracting.
Therefore, your answer to my question is a yes.
Yes, sir.
But you're saying that you're not aware of the CTA case?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Brad, you're under oath, huh?
Yes, sir. We are not. I am not aware of.
I was given a different information by the palace. Friday afternoon, after you guys met me in the morning.
We will check our records, sir.
I'm warning you, Brad. Be careful, huh? Basta you answer it truthfully, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're not aware of the St. Timothy case?
I am personally not aware of the St. Timothy case filed with the CTA.
I'll hold you to that. All right? Okay, now. Also, the mentioned companies, including Elite Construction Corporation, have different authorized managing officers to represent the contractors. But the beneficial owner is the same. It has interlocking directorship. May corporate layer ba? Are you aware of this scheme, Engineer Dakay?
No, sir, we're not.
So where are your mechanisms to flag companies misrepresenting through corporate layerings or fronting? Because it seems that the contractors, they just make another corporation and even sole proprietorship if you deny them their license.
Actually, Your Honor, we operate on the presumption of regularity. We have a checklist of documents that they have to submit via an online portal, and these are evaluated for actually their style and substance. And if the papers and the documents are found to be regular, then there is a recommendation for the approval of your license.
But Mr. Chairman, Engineer Dakay, in the IRR governing licensing of contractors in the Philippines, Section 3.3, letter K says, the licensee must at all times observe and adhere to the letters and spirit of the Code of Ethics for Contractors. PCAB is the circumvention of the law by misrepresentation of address and composition of the corporation. Isn't that this a violation of this section?
It certainly is, Your Honor.
It is. Okay. Now, regarding the equipment capacity requirement, also, as stated in Section 4.5D of the IRR, the invoice of each equipment and its certification of registration with its official receipt are required. So again, I ask the pickup, if you already reviewed, scrutinized, and compared all the equipment documents of Elite Construction, Alpine Omega, St. Matthew, St. Timothy, and St. Gerard Construction, these corporations, ang office, iisa lang ang building nila. Hindi kaya pare-pare yung equipment lang ang pinakita at sinabi sa inyo?
Your Honor, they are asked to submit certificates of registration for each unit of equipment. And these-
Certification, but you do not inspect.
You mean, Your Honor, the actual
Physically, yes.
units? No, Your Honor.
You do not. Ito isa sa mga nakikita nating nagiging problema natin dito, Your Honor, Mr. President. Now, all of this, ang pagkakaalam nga namin, ang may-ari nito ay sila Mrs. Diskaya. Ano? And Mrs. Diskaya is here. So, pwede po bang, Mrs. Diskaya, pwede po bang ibalita nyo sa amin, ikwento nyo sa amin yung mga napanood namin sa inyo sa television na sinasabi ninyo. Kailan po kayo unang nagkaroon ay kumita ng bilyon sa construction industry? Anong taon po yun?
Good morning po. Bilyon po.
Opo, kwento nung narinig po namin sa television, sinasabi nyo sa interview nyo dahil tinanong kayo kung anong naging gateway para gumanda ang buhay nyo. Sabi nyo kayo hindi naman nakakaangat nung araw. At tapos sabi ninyo ay noong DPWH na kami. Yun po yung sagot ninyo eh. So, at tinanong kung magkano at sabi nyo bilyon. Kailan po itong unang bilyon na kumita kayo sa DPWH?
For the knowledge of everyone, so St. Gerard, Alpha and Omega, we have been in the construction business for 23 years. So I would presume that in the 23 years, pwede naman siguro kami po kumita. Yung billion, when I said DPWH, because prior to that, we were in local government. So ang hirap makasingil sa local government. They spliced the video that was taken of me and just mentioned the DPWH.